traders are sidelined, and so the obvious event will be this 12 o'clock news. So we can see that in what's going on with the way the market's behaving. So I've just adjusted my pre-professional trading period to finish in line with when this data comes out. So what I think is interesting is see where we opened today and couldn't move further. Remember this block I was speaking about? That starts at the low of today. So we're coming into that 12 o'clock data. And so what are we getting now? The covering into data. So once you can realize what's going on, you can recognize a trade opportunity that is covering, here's the long. I don't mind the fact that we're at these highs because the rationale for having to get out here is that you've got to. And so this becomes irrelevant. So I've actually gone long because I can see the covering. I can see what's going on. I don't care about those previous highs or any of that. And I just want to keep an eye on how much business gets done because that ultimately will determine when I need to get out. Pretty straightforward, just thinking things through and waiting around to work out who's playing, when they're playing. So now you've got a little bit of a cushion, and so now you've got a risk-free trade. So that's the most ideal scenario. The outcome from here, does it pay, doesn't it? I don't know. But the most important thing is, can we just create a scenario where we don't take really much risk, but we give ourselves an opportunity to participate in a payout? This is where when we're dealing with not a significant move, are we? We're just dealing with something pre-data, then that's when you want to be working right down to a really small setting tick chart. So I can see what's going on in here clearly. You may have heard me talk about 8 minutes 2. Often I look at that as the period when the frenzy can start. Notice how we just started to speed up. Just as I was saying, you saw the DOM start to respond. So that's an observational edge. Everything we did there had nothing to do with a chart or VWAP or acceptance. It's all to do with understanding the game in this particular market. And so, you can go into a course on VWAP and a course on volume profile, and you still won't be able to trade because it's all theoretical. So bit I do know about some of the theory behind it, I will normally use against traders. We do it all the time, outdated acceptance, that sort of stuff. This is meaningful for me, the high here, because we're in pre-high territory or pre-data territory. So I've just got flat now. It's nothing to write home about unless you hit it with a bit of size. And when I can see lots of things that are catching traders, that's obviously when I want to press. So flat. The other point I wanted to make is remember this underlying notion that, hey, probably people want to trade that gap down again. And so I'm looking for traders to actually want to repeat that and get caught. So to me, that was looking like, based on the size that went through, like perhaps that's what was happening.